That's a great sound. It's a beautiful sound, isn't it? You might recognize that kind of a sound from ZZ Top songs, or actually, if you go back and listen to Appetite for Destruction by Guns N' Roses, you'll notice that Slash is doing these kind of sounds all the time. He's doing a lot of what are called pinch harmonics on that record. And so I didn't really pay attention to these for a long time because I associated them with heavy metal playing. You know, I imagine, you know, a lot of, you know, like a lot of that kind of stuff, and then people hitting harmonics. And so they never really appealed to me for a long time. But I went back and, you know, as I mentioned as a part of this series of videos, I was going back and listening to all of my rock heroes, and I noticed that pinch harmonics kept coming up over and over again as elements, kind of critical compositional elements to solos that I loved. You know, stuff by Brian May or Angus Young or, as I mentioned, Slash. These guys all use pinch harmonics quite a bit. So anyways, what is a pinch harmonic anyway? What is a harmonic even? I don't even know what any of these things are. Well, harmonics, for instance, the ones that most people know, for instance, exist at the 12th fret. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly touch my finger right above the metal of the 12th fret there and create a harmonic. Now, interestingly, this effect also occurs at the 7th fret and at the 5th fret and all over the place. So these harmonics are kind of all over the place. But I would mention that the 5th, 7th, and 12th frets are kind of the most notorious locations for these harmonics. And so the other thing that I noticed was that there's a very famous Canadian guitar player called Lenny Breau. And he did something called Harp harmonics. Very, I know we're talking about rock, but it's pretty, okay? I think it's very pretty the way he used these. So here, let's check out this effect. Oh, that was not good. Let's do that again. Now, why did that not work? Why did my first example not work? Here, I'll do it one more time. So here's me doing it properly. Here's me doing it incorrectly. So why did that one not work is a good question. Well, you'll note here that I'm barring the 5th fret. Remember how I said that at the 12th fret you've got this nice big harmonic? Well, if I say, okay, well I'm barring the 5th fret, and then I add 12 1, 17. So if I figure out where the 17th fret is, I should be able to create a harmonic there in the same way that I created a harmonic at the 12th fret. So here I'm just going to lightly tap, and look, we get a harmonic there. See? We get a harmonic. And so what I was doing was I was using my index finger to create what's called a node. I was putting my finger right above the 17th fret, and with my freaky big thumbnail, we can talk about manicuring later. I'm picking just behind it, so I don't know if you guys can see this okay, but I'm just kind of, so I'm plucking with my thumbnail, and I'm creating a node with my pointer finger. I'm just lightly touching, okay? And so this effect can also be done, for instance, 7 frets at the 12th fret. I didn't need Warren, so and 5 frets above. So again, these are really kind of cool, chimey sounds that you can create. Now, what does this have to do with pinch harmonics? Well, as you go up the neck of the guitar, the harmonics kind of keep going too. So remember when I was doing this? And we could hear all those harmonics in this little space here? Well, that little space exists up here too. So what I can do is I can create those little nodes up here as well. But this is a little bit inopportune, I suppose, right? Doing like this, especially if I'm going like, if I'm doing something like that with a pick, right? So the way that I'm going to create them is by actually using the pick and the side of my thumb. Now this is a very tricky technique because you have to hit it just so. Again, I don't know how well this camera can see it, but I basically am showing a sliver of the pick, and just after my pick hits it, it's just touching my thumb. So it's having the same effect as this. So, and it only works, for instance, if I'm trying to create that harmonic, which I'm going for an octave here, that octave will exist right here. But if I pick a little bit further back, as you've probably heard me screwing some of these up, nothing's happening. It has to be right there in order for me to get this harmonic. So, and when I realized this, I was saying to myself, oh my God, so when Angus Young is hitting a harmonic, or Slash is hitting a harmonic, you know, it's probably no accident. These guys probably conceived of that when they were writing the solo, that they were going to hit this harmonic. So that means that I have to practice doing these. I have to figure out where these things are. So what I'm going to suggest to you guys is this. Well, have you guys ever heard of the A minor pentatonic scale? You know this one? Well, that's going to be the basis of this little practice regimen that I'm going to suggest to you here. I'm going to suggest that you practice playing that scale, but with every note as a harmonic. Now, watch me mess this up. I'm practicing too. Everyone's practicing all the time. So let's see if I can get it. So each note there, I got a harmonic. Some of them were a little less pronounced than others, but that's still cool. I kind of like that sound sometimes, a little bit of a muted kind of a harmonic sound. So what I did basically was I kind of barred across the 5th fret, and I started looking for where this node was up here. And what I found was that mine was near this kind of part of my pickup cover. And so when I was picking across there. I was really thinking about picking across there when I was trying to create that harmonic. And then to be honest, I was just guessing for the most part about where the notes on the 8th fret and the 7th fret were. And you know, I got pretty lucky because I've been practicing it. So, and you know, depending on where you're playing, obviously these notes will change. So you're going to have to practice in different positions. So anyways, I suppose that concludes this lesson. But the main point of it is that be aware of these pinch harmonics, because I mean, Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top, I mean, like half of one of his whole solos on one of his most famous songs is just him going like this. Just hitting harmonics over and over again. Now wait a minute, don't leave. I didn't have my volume all the way up. Gain makes a difference. Pickup makes a difference. When you're trying to do this at first, use your bridge pickup and be cranked. Get some pre-gain going. That'll make your life easier. That's why all those didn't come out. A lot more pronounced there. Still not that great. I gotta work on it. Anyways, so go and practice. Be better than me at this. See you in a bit.